So right now on the Dow Jones, if I look at this weekly chart, look what's happening right now. If I zoom right in on this weekly chart, let me delete this trend line here. We have this trend line here, which is a support level, support, and look what's happening right now. We are rejecting it. Also, look at the mining stocks. Bit of a triangle pattern. What's right now? Now the mining stocks, bit of an update on what I've just realized, and I'm going to share it with you. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders, let's actually start off with the good old stock market. Before I do start, guys, I have just put together a brand new, or I've put together what I call a super trader formula. This is the formula that I had to use to actually get out of, to go from actually losing a lot of money to actually doing well from trading. And it's the formula that I had to follow step by step. And I'm actually going to share it with the very first 15 people. So very first link in the description, guys, click on that, go register, and you can get all the details for the very first 15 people. I'm going to share it with you for free. And again, this super trader formula, you're going to absolutely love it. But again, for the first 15 people, I'm going to share it with you for free. So very first thing in the description, go over there. There's a video over there to see more information about it. And if it's right for you, then I'm happy to share it with you again for free. First 15 people only, guys, go. Now, look what's happening with the good old Dow Jones. Okay, so the Dow Jones, I just noticed we were actually in a bit of a channel here on the Dow Jones, as you can see. Rallied up. Look at this here. Come up, and we actually broke out. And look what happened here. I've just realized this today. I found this channel today. So you can see the market came down, rejected there, rejected there. Look at that there. So, excuse me. And so you can see the market actually found support, and then look at the rejection, and now we're continuing on the downside. So we've got a bit of a short-term sort of momentum on the downside, and this still level through here that you can see how we've actually rejected off this level quite some time, is now rejecting it yesterday and also today. So looking really, really interesting. And if I look at the actual weekly charts, what I shared with you from the start, look what's happening here. We came up, we rallied up, we rejected that and came back down. So looking at the Dow Jones now, we can see that looking at this here, we can see that the Dow Jones has actually fallen out of this level through here, and we've had a bit of a pullback. So looking at this level through here now, I wouldn't be too surprised if we see a channel. This channel here is how you get a bit of a projected target. So when you get a channel like this and it breaks out, if we do start to continue down even more, which is likely now, what you do is you project it, you measure from the top of the channel to the bottom of the channel. And then you project that out like so. And that's obviously like so, like that there. So you can see where it broke out there. Excuse me. And then what you do is you project that down. And that's obviously where I got the line now. So 34,000. This channel here, the projected pattern for that is down there at 34,000. If you do the same thing for the S&P 500, same sort of thing. This sort of dark blue line is the channel where actually we may be starting to break out now. We're going to wait and see. But if we do start to break out of that, say today, then as you can see that the next sort of target for this channel, the exact same thing, is around that 4,300, and we may even go a bit lower. But we definitely have a lot of support around this level through here. So it's going to be really interesting. Do we continue to break this channel, or do we hold and start to rally out? But the Nasdaq, guys, Nasdaq is still in a very big, strong upward trend. It's not at the bottom of the channel. There's actually a few support lines coming in through here. So I wouldn't be too surprised, guys, if this thing started to, even if we did have a little bit more of a short-term pullback, I wouldn't be too surprised to see this thing turn around and start to see a move to the upside. Moving over now through to the mining stocks, and this is actually what I've been noticing today after doing some updated analysis in the good old mining stocks. So we're really in a bit of a do or die situation here. And what I mean by that is that you can see how we're squeezing up into this triangle pattern, a bit of a short triangle pattern there. We can see that the major support levels down through here, okay, and we're still holding that there. But look what's happening here. Let me zoom right back in again, the last 3 months. And you can see how that we're squeezing. We've had this trend line coming down through to here. So this trend line's been coming down for quite some time. And now we've got like a bit of another trend line coming up through. So you notice how we're squeezing up through this level. So it's really interesting that If this GDXJ is going to be some sort of a bottom through here, and we're going to start to make our way back up to, to new highs for the last couple of years at least, we will start to see a bit of a breakout of this triangle pattern and above this level. So that's the key that I'm watching for, to see whether we do hold here and we can continue to break up. So again, for the buying activity, we want to see that break above that $33 level and hold above it for a couple of days. And that's probably going to see us have a move back to the upside on that GDX. On the GDXJ, same sort of thing as well too, right? The GDXJ's had this really nice, again, in my updated analysis today, you can see that we've had a very nice trend line coming down through here, very strong trend line coming down. We've got a lot of support and resistance around this 43 level, as you can see. So we really are at a bit of a do or die situation through here. If this whole level is going to be some sort of a significant bottom in the markets, then we will want to see this thing start to break above at least this high up here. So above 44 would confirm a low, then a higher low, and then breaking past, right? Because higher lows and higher highs is what? An upward trend. We're not getting that yet. We're still in a downward trend, lower highs, lower highs. So if we do start to do that, this is going to be a change in the trend. So we have to wait and see, do we actually get that, or do we actually just start to break down? If we break down out of this level and below this support line, well, then the trend that's been happening for the last few months is probably going to continue down. So it's a bit of a do or die situation through there. Moving over now through to the SILJ. And again, same sort of thing. Updated analysis. We're squeezing up into this triangle pattern. And so again, it's like, where do we break? Do we continue breaking on the downside and go with the overall trend for the last few months on the downside, and then we have another flush down? Or do we start to see a bit of a break up and down? And if we do, then once again, this whole level through here could be a major support level in the market. And moving over now through to the SIL, and once again, the same sort of pattern that's happening across all mining stocks is that we can see how that we've had a lower high, lower high, lower high, but we're starting to squeeze up through here. So once again, it's going to be really interesting. It's like we've got to wait and see what the market tells us. If we start to break to the downside through here, this downward momentum is probably going to carry this probably down like that if we get something like that. But if we do hold here and we start to see a rally back to the upside and start to break above, then that's probably going to be some sort of as you can see here, we've had a low, and that'll be a significant higher low. But we have to wait and see what happens over the next few weeks to see what's going on through there. But really interesting, the mining stocks are just starting to squeeze up. And again, we could be, it's going to be really interesting to see what actually happens here. So we have to wait and see. If wherever we break, guys, we're probably likely to continue in that direction. It could be down, it could be up. So we'll have to wait and see wherever that direction is going to be. Move over now through to gold, and gold is actually really interesting. You can see gold is sort of just still hovering around this sideways range, and it's like, are we about to get a significant move up or drop? It's really hard to see what's actually going on with gold right now. So we've got a major level of support where we are, all through there around the 1,700, and then obviously the sort of 1,800. You can see that's that range through there. So I'm still waiting to see whether gold is going to continue breaking up and out after today's movement, or do we just continue to flush down like we've been doing through here. So for the buyers to really come back in, I'd want to see it break above this long-term trend line. So there's a bit of an update for you today, guys. Once again, I am just now giving away for free what I call my Super Trader formula. And this is the exact same formula that I had to use back firstly when I first started trading. I lost so much money, a couple of $100,000 in trading. And what actually helped me get started in the markets was actually following some sort of a formula, some sort of a plan to say, okay, this is what I needed to do to actually start getting ahead. And it was not an overnight, it's not a get rich quick thing, but it was a formula, it was a plan that I had to start to follow. And it really did help me get on the right foot of these markets. And again, guys, for the very first 15 people only, because I'm not going to share this with everyone because it's cost me a fortune from getting coaching and me putting together the plan myself. So I'm only going to share it with the very first 15 people only, guys. Again, link in the description. When you go over there, you can check the video out. And again, if it's for you, then you can actually get access to this for free. Again, there's nothing to buy there, for free. But again, for the very first 15 people only. So go click on that link in the description, guys. Go get access to the Super Trader Formula now. And I look forward to speaking to you guys real soon. And remember, guys, please never give up on your trading. Keep going, keep moving forward. You may go through some sticky points. You may go through some hard points. You may go through some tough times in your trading. And guess what? That's just the nature of the beast. Sometimes the market's going to slap you around. But come back, look at what you're doing, look at how you're trading. Is there any consistency there? Do you have any system in plan? What can you do better? Are you risking too much? How about your trade management? And start to get better and better and better and better at you trade in the markets. And I promise you, there is success on the other side, but only if you become a much better trader.